Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, wherever that applies to. It's your boy, SaleenDriver, me, coming to you with Wednesday Afternoon Live, episode, 122. The longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. The show about nothing in particular. Although I have a feeling one main topic for today is going to be my video from earlier today. But let's see. Pigskin Pete, one of the two people I think I probably was the most hesitant to disappoint with today's announcement. The other one being, one of three or four really, but Lou. Didn't want to disappoint him. Didn't want to disappoint Battle Angel. Didn't want to disappoint a lot of people, actually. Matt Dumit's here. Good to see you, sir. Battle Angel, my dear. Always good to see you. My number one troll killer, Pizza Woman. Good to see you. Vic Tube is here. Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh. I don't know why Pigskin Pete says, oh no, but oh no, okay. Well, I just ripped the Band-Aid off, as it were, as some of you probably saw from my video from earlier this morning. I tried very, very hard to avoid making that video. I knew something was coming in my real life, as it were. I tried everything I could to avoid it. I tried to work with the other people involved to reschedule it. I begged, I pleaded, I promised, to make it up to them, favors. Good to see you, Mr. Sancho. Good afternoon. I tried everything, guys and gals. I really did. I really wanted to be at the Slob Olympics this year. I missed last year because of my father, as you all know. I'm just looking at an alert on my phone to see if it was important. I missed last year's Slob Olympics because of my father. I couldn't travel. Hey, Steve, how are you? Good to see you, sir. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pete. I really am. I was looking forward to seeing all of you guys and gals. It looked like I was going to be able to travel with no problems, and then something cropped up that, in the end, I could not avoid. I need to be elsewhere than South Carolina on those for a couple of those days. It's unavoidable, and I finally had to give up trying to avoid it. I canceled my reservation at Seaside Inn, so if you are having trouble getting into Seaside Inn, there's a room available. I tried, but I can't go. So y'all will just have to get along without me, and somehow I don't think that's going to be a problem. Yeah, I appreciate you understanding, especially Pete, because you're one of the two guys that helped put this together. I don't know how much anyone or everyone was counting on me to be there. Easy target to troll, or let's see how the old man performs this year or whatever. But I can't go. So I really didn't want to make that video and release it this morning, but I really had no choice. So I look forward to seeing all the videos that you guys produce. I'm sure There'll be some training videos. I'm surprised I haven't seen any training videos yet. But I'm sure I'll see some, and I'm sure there'll be streams and videos from the actual event itself. I love South Carolina. I haven't been there in a long time. I was looking forward to going back. The Low Country, I think it's called the Low Country around Charlotte, is beautiful. I understand the weather wasn't going to be too terribly bad, and it's not going to happen. So what can I do? Lou commented on the video saying unacceptable. I agree. It is unacceptable. It's also unavoidable. And there's not much I can do about it. So, move on. Hoagie, how you doing, man? I'm doing all right. I had to deal with some bad news. I'm not going to make the Slob Olympics, but I see what you did there, VicTube. Very funny. VicTube with jokes. Very funny. Pixie and Pete's going to do a training vid next week on location. Well, you can do location because you live there. GF Sports, good to see you, buddy. So, we'll just move on from there and get on with the stream. It is what it is. So, what's been going on? Let's see. Nothing much in college football, unless I've not been paying attention. And I've been accused of not paying attention to college football before. So I did see an interesting article about the quarterback that committed to us, Rashid or Ramalama Ding Dong or whatever his name was, that decommitted because of the NIL garbage. And his NIL deal was supposed to be worth $250,000 or something like that, and it fell apart. So I thought that was an interesting tidbit. I don't think it's any secret that I don't think it's any big secret that I don't particularly think NIL is a good idea. I know I'm probably in the minority on that, and the old man with the get off my lawn attitude doesn't want to see changes and that kind of nonsense. Well, no, in this particular case, no, I don't. I think NIL is going to wreck college football in the long run. Yeah, I saw he went to Arizona State, Captain Trips, and he can, a 5-star quarterback goes out to Arizona State and is going to disappear off the face of the earth because nobody cares about Pac-12 football, except for diehard betting degenerates. I mean, that's the only people I think that care about Pac-12 football for the most part. And Jay Shipes, good to see you. And as my tradition, we'll just make you go sit in the corner for a while. Yeah, I have to do it. It's part of the tradition here. VicTube wants to talk about the Chinese spy balloon. And let's see. Sanchez can go join him. Let's see. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Does VicTube have anything against the Chinese? I don't know. But the Chinese spy balloon, I mean, if you follow me on Facebook, you already know what I think it was. I think it was a travesty that it was allowed to fly over literally the entire length of the country. And if you look at its flight path, it took the balloon and the spy package underneath it right over the heart of our missile bases, our Air Force bases, our strategic bomber bases, military bases, all all kinds of great stuff that the Chinese would be interested in, and then didn't get shot down until it was over the Atlantic Ocean and its usefulness was at an end. Just another example, in my opinion, of Pudd'nhead being compromised by his Chinese overlords, and he had to wait until Xi Jinping gave him permission to shoot it down, which he got permission to shoot it down once its usefulness was over. So, I mean, what else is there to say about that kind of thing? Oh, does Shipes have multiple accounts? I guess he does. Isn't that fun? It was a wish.com balloon. That's funny. Yeah. Let's see. BA thinks that Nate has something against Asian people. That would be news to me. Okay. I've never used wish.com myself. I've not had any need to use that. I don't even know what it is really, except a poor man's Amazon, I guess. I mean, why would you use Wish when you could use the real thing? Pigskin Pete wants to know if I'm afraid of a mushroom zombie apocalypse. Hang on a minute. Hang on. There we go. You mean a zombie apocalypse caused by mushrooms or a mushroom cloud? I don't know. No, I'm not particularly afraid of a zombie apocalypse because I'd be dead anyway because I can't outrun them. Let's see. VicTube is spreading fake news. We'll just ignore that. Baylor Man's here. 199 days until football returns. Yeah, that's true. We'll just time him out too. Well, I'm gonna have a caused by a fungus. Okay. I'm gonna have a timeout fest here, I guess. Everyone's just gonna piss me off to the point where I'll just time everybody out. So this must be what BVD was talking about on his video yesterday about drama. That was a good video. I enjoyed that. But he took my mod away. I mean, that's so disappointing. I lost my mod on BVD's channel. Oh, okay. Pete is talking about a show based on a video game called Last of Us. That's also a TV show, I understand now, The Last of Us, about a fungus that gets the ability to be transmitted by humans and wipes out or almost wipes out the human race. I'm not really, I'm not watching the show, so I don't know much more than that. Yeah, I know, Matt. He took my mod too, but I hope he'll give me my mod back because I sponsor the guy. I think I've sponsored his show for almost 2 years straight now. 24 months straight. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I got it, Pete. I got it. I'm going to drop the link here. Maybe we'll get a rare Pigskin Pete appearance on the SaleenDriver Wednesday afternoon extravaganza. I'm sure we'll get Hoagie in here, and I'm sure we'll get VicTube in here. Maybe even get BA in here. I don't know. Yeah, I was looking forward to meeting some of the folks I hadn't met before, like like Tiger Cat and Tiger Baskins. I was hoping to get to meet them, but not this year. What's up, VicTube?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, Saleen?
Oh, not much. Just dodging trolls, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So are you allowed to tell us why you can't go, or
No,
okay?
no.
You can
That's
tell if it's a work thing or a family
no.
thing.
It's not work related. It's family related,
Okay.
and it's nobody. Okay,
Okay.
it's family related. Nobody is sick. Nobody is dying. Least of all me. Everyone is in good shape and in good health. It's just a family matter that has to be done in person. Uh, the parties all have to get together in a room and deal with things.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much all I want to say.
Oh, okay. Fair
But
enough.
it's
Yeah, fair
not
enough.
health related. Battle Angel was asking me about that earlier. It's not health related. Nobody's dying. Nobody's in trouble. There's no legal shit going on or anything like that. Everything's fine. It's just something that's got to be done. And I guess Vic's going to close that curtain again. Close the curtain, Vic. Anyway. Don't worry about it, BA. Somebody had to ask the question. It doesn't matter if it's you or if it's Vic or if it's Pete or Hoagie or whatever. No, Captain Trips. It's not a restraining order. I told you it wasn't a legal issue either. Wise ass. CJ's here. Good to Neo's here. Good to see Neo. But turn on the camera, Pete.
Oh, that's sad. Maybe you can make it for the slob softball game.
I'll try. Is that going to be in Georgia again?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Was that Augusta?
No, it's in Athens. Yeah.
Oh, will I get to go to the stadium and shoot a bird at the field?
Sure, you can if you want to, but that would be ill-advised. But sure, if you want to.
I'm not worried about it. Baylor man wants to know how long does Billy Napier last in Gainesville? I don't know. If I could predict the future like that, I'd be in Atlantic City playing blackjack. And Battle Angel is correct. She did not ask. She did not ask why I couldn't come. She was asking if I was okay. So, yes, that is for the record. Battle Angel was not being nosy. She was just asking if I was okay, and I'm going to continue to mistreat Mr. Pratt because. And Hoagie is asking a stupid question, so I'm going to ignore him. I'm sure Mertz and I can both throw a ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also nice new thing. I got a new phone.
Oh, cool.
I got an iPhone 14 Pro.
iPhone 14
Pro Max.
Pro
I
Max.
found out because my mom yesterday needed a new phone. And she was on a very old plan that we had set up a long time ago. And she got to take advantage of the 55 plus thing that Verizon does and got a better rate. So I called AT&T and they said, oh yeah, we can do a hell of a lot better than your old plan. So I cut my phone bill in half and got a new phone. What's
That's
up,
good.
Pete?
Yeah, I have the iPhone 12 mini. So
did you just say you got senior citizen discount on your iPhone?
Hell yeah.
Hey.
How 55 and up, 55 and older, you get benefits.
You don't look a day over 54, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Actually, next month I'll be 58.
Oh. Well, you don't look a day over 57 then.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I am a day over 57. Wait a minute.
I can't stay on long. I did want to hop on here for a couple of minutes though, and let you know how disappointed I was that you're not coming. And not disappointed in you, sir. I understand life happens. Just disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I appreciate you not being mad. I was afraid that some people might get mad and, maybe even try and work me out of the community or something.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Well, and nobody is more disappointed than me, because I really wanted to make last year. I'd never been to Pigeon Forge.
It's Myrtle Beach in the mountains. You didn't miss much. I mean, you missed a great event, but Pigeon Forge is Myrtle Beach in the mountains. That's exactly
right. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to that part of South Carolina in a very long time, so I was looking forward to doing that. Get some low country food and such, but
yeah, we'll miss you, man.
I appreciate that.
And
I do not think I would have beat Lou in push-ups this year.
All the video that BBD
I guess we'll never know. Yeah. I mean,
well, we won't know this year.
Maybe
get
a whole another year to brag about it. So.
Well, I ain't bragging about it, so
Well, next year we're coming down to your neck of the woods. That's the plan, anyway. So
yeah, we're gonna have the Slob Olympics in Sarasota.
Really? Yeah, Florida. I don't know where.
I don't know if y'all would want to come to Sarasota, but maybe go to Tampa or something.
Somebody said last night on the ACC show something about Clearwater, which I guess is a Tampa area, right?
Yeah, it's a little. Clearwater is really almost due west of Tampa. It's above St. Petersburg.
I mean, there's Clearwater Beach, so it's on the coast, right? The Gulf Coast.
Oh yeah. Clearwater Beach would be beautiful.
Yeah.
And I don't know what people would want to do to amuse themselves, but
what we do to amuse ourselves.
We amuse each other.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
You've seen the people. You've seen the people that come to this thing. We're very amusing.
Oh yeah, that's why I hang around. But Clearwater Beach would be a beautiful venue. And if it's anything like it is right now in West Coast of Florida, it is, well, today it's right around 82, 83.
Yeah, it's warm here too. It's like 76.
But day after tomorrow, it's going to be in the 40s again.
I'm a little bit worried, actually, because we've had warm weather for the past couple of weeks here in February, when it's normally the coldest month of the year here. And I just have a feeling like, it's going to be a warm February. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the first week of March, nor'easter's coming in for the day of the Slob Olympics.
What?
Nor'easter. Knock on wood.
What's that?
Shut up, Shipes.
You don't know what nor'easter is?
Love you, bro.
No, what's that?
You don't know what a nor'easter is?
No, what's that?
It's like a cold front that comes. I think it comes down from Canada. Yeah.
In Boston, we used to call it the Montreal Express.
I think the nor'easter happens usually later than the first week of March, though, doesn't it? Like, isn't it like?
I hope so. Well, I hope so.
Nor'easters all through the winter. It basically, a nor'easter looks like a hurricane,
right?
In terms of its shape, but it starts in the middle of Canada and works its way west.
Right.
And if you're really, really unlucky, it has a big old tail that drops south. And I don't know if you two were alive in 1993.
No, I wasn't. Pete was.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, a big old nor'easter hit, and the storm was so strong and dropped so far south that we got 8-9 inches of snow in Atlanta.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I was there, and it was mid-March. It was right around my birthday.
Yeah,
and it shut Atlanta down for 4 days solid.
Well, that's not hard. But
8 or 9 inches of snow. My car was actually buried because it was parked next to a hedge, and the wind blew across the hedge and curled the snow around it and blew it back over my car. I couldn't find my car for 2 days.
Are you sure it was a nor'easter and not a polar vortex?
No, well, back then they called it a nor'easter. Now it's called a polar vortex, or what they call they call it a bomb cyclone.
Yeah, I love the names they had come up with these weather patterns.
Well,
Polar
you got to come up with some way to fill a 24-hour news cycle.
Oh yeah.
And everything's global warming. Oh, it's the polar vortexes because of global warming.
No.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What's
Well,
scary?
that's already happening before we knew about global warming. But
Yeah, exactly.
What's
It's called seasons.
Well, not only that, you do realize, Vic, that the Earth has been cooling and warming up for billions of years, right?
yeah, I
On
know
its own,
that.
before people were even around.
I do know that. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I mean, what's more scary, a polar vortex or a mushroom zombie apocalypse?
A mushroom zombie apocalypse.
Bro.
No, because a polar vortex will pass quickly. A mushroom zombie apocalypse is generational.
Yeah,
There
I call
you
bullshit on the
go.
mushroom zombie apocalypse. I mean, there's all kinds of fungi, but every single hardware store in Lowe's and Home Depot in America carries fungicide.
Okay.
So if the mushroom zombie apocalypse happens, I'm just going to spread fungicide. I'm going to load mine. I'm going to build a wall of fungicide around my house.
Okay.
Good luck getting in there, zombies.
But what if this fungus is fungicide resistant?
Well, something, and I do know a little bit about this. In order for something to become fungicide resistant, it has to be something that it's exposed to over a long period of time. So at the beginning of the apocalypse, they won't be resistant to the fungicide. Now, maybe 20 years in, I don't know. I'll probably be dead by then anyway, so it won't matter. But I'll live at least a week.
There was
mushrooms, and they'll think I'm one of them. How about that? How come nobody ever thought of that?
Right. Hogue said that.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, Hogue said that a nor'easter is a big snowstorm. Okay. Well, the last time we had a big snowstorm down here was in what year was it? It was what 2000
Probably the same year we had it here.
11 or something.
Oh
like
no,
that,
no, we
right?
had one in 2008, 17 or 18. It was right when it might have been 17. It was right when we moved in this house. Anyway, then we got a foot of snow here, or almost a foot. It was like 10 inches. It was crazy, and the snow stayed on the ground for almost a week. It was below freezing for 5 or 6 days straight. There was a layer of ice on the roads, and again, 7 or 8 inches thick. Nobody could drive anywhere. Well, if they tried to drive anywhere, they ended up in a ditch.
Now, that somebody mentioned in the comments about the game, The Last of Us or something.
Yeah.
Now there's a YouTube channel that I watch called Nerd Cookies. It's some girl or some girl's voice talking about sci-fi programs and movies and things like that. I'm gonna put a link to a video that she did recently in the chat.
Are you into that kind of thing?
That was a video she did as an overview of the TV program The Last of Us.
So are you into like sci-fi stuff like that, or are you just into this chick's voice?
Both.
I think it's the latter, man.
No, it's more the sci-fi because her voice actually sounds a little bit artificially generated. But I love science fiction. I've always been a science fiction. But if you want to learn more about The Last of Us, the TV show, I put a link in the chat that you can watch it. It's about 8-9 minutes.
Or I guess you could probably watch it yourself. So what's it on? Is it on Netflix or?
No,
it's one of the streaming. I don't have any streaming.
What's it on?
It's on HBO Max.
Okay, HBO Max. Okay.
Yeah, I don't do HBO because of Bill Maher.
What?
Okay.
I don't like Bill Maher, and I refuse to give HBO.
Who's Bill Maher?
Hold on, back up.
Who's Bill Maher?
Hold on. You said
Bill Maher. He's an alleged comic that's about this far away from communists.
I'll tell you what. He's getting accused of being a right winger. You might want to check Bill Maher out.
So he's a
Yeah, I've
so
actually
he's
read
a
articles.
so is
He's getting accused of being a right winger, man. I'm telling you.
So is he
Yeah,
a Marxist or
He's
a
Bill
comic.
Maher is more of a classic liberal, really, than a progressive. But he's very far left, and I don't like his politics very much. But lately, he's been going after the left more than the right. And this guy had a hard on for Trump, like you wouldn't believe. But lately, he's been going after the cancel culture left and the left crazies, to the point where now the cancel culture is calling him a right winger and trying to cancel him.
So clearly, you are watching Bill Maher. You know all this information about him, Saleen.
No. I've seen clips, and believe it or not, my mom and my dad, when he was alive, they love Bill Maher. They think he's hysterical. I can't stand the guy.
I'll tell you what he is, Vic. He's a comedian, really, is what he is. But he's a political comedian. So he has a show on HBO called what's it called? He used to have one called
Incorrect. It used to be called Politically Incorrect, but
and then he has another one. It's Real Time with Bill Maher, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, he actually was on ABC for a while doing the show Politically Incorrect.
Yeah,
and he got so out there controversial they kicked him off.
He's just basically like a very smug style.
So they kicked him off for being too politically incorrect.
Yeah. Well,
what happened to my volume?
I'm not concerned about Bill Maher. I'm concerned about why you would not watch HBO just because Bill Maher works there. That's weird. You don't have to watch HBO. There's all kinds of other shit on there too. It's a big world out there, SaleenDriver.
I know, but honestly,
look, if I had to pick every channel that I watched based on one person on there that I didn't like, I wouldn't watch anything. Hell, I wouldn't even watch football if that was the case.
Well, I understand and I agree with you for the most part, but I don't watch a lot of TV anyway anymore. I mostly all watch YouTube. I don't watch a lot of TV. Really, the only time I watch TV is during college football season, when the Boston Bruins are playing, and certain types of auto racing.
All right, well, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be.
Oh, well, yeah, turn your mic off. Thank you. Hey, Brandon Pratt said something that makes sense. Oh, there you go.
What's your problem with Brandon Pratt? He's never been anything to me other than an upstanding gentleman.
I got nothing. I got no problem with Pratt or Shipes or Sanchez.
I'm not claiming that Shipes is an upstanding gentleman. I'm talking about Brandon Pratt.
But they're going all in today with the NFL driver, Hyundai driver.
Oh, that bothers you, huh?
Nah, not too much, but it's my tradition to time everyone who uses NFL driver or Hyundai driver or something like that at least once.
Are you going to watch?
And then he called, but Pratt called me SaleenDriver, CELINE.
That's actually funny. Look, man, I get called.
I like IMSA and I like NASCAR. I got no use for F1. F1 is pure garbage.
Are you going to watch the Super Bowl?
No.
You're not.
I got no interest.
I got no interest in it, huh?
I got no interest in watching the No Fun League, and I made that pretty clear.
Yeah, you made that clear. Yeah, I don't even know why I asked you. That was a stupid question.
No, it wasn't a stupid question. I mean, it's just.
I'm full of stupid questions, Saleen. You know that.
Shipes got a message for you.
Yeah. What do you say?
It's on the screen.
Oh, F-U-P. F you too, bro. Love you. So I did see the BVD video yesterday that he posted, and of course he
called you out. I don't know if he called you out, but he mentioned you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. He mentioned me in there. Yeah, so there is no issue between me and BVD. I just want everybody to know that. I don't know. He's the one that got in his feelings about something. Well, you know what? I guess maybe I did first, but anyway, it's all good. I love BVD. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
No,
you know,
I don't think there's any there. Hoagie, I got no problem against open wheel racing. I used to actually, for fun, I got to drive some open wheel race cars back in my youth. Open wheel racing in America is IndyCar, and that's boring as hell. Open wheel racing in Europe is F1, and F1 is also boring as hell. They don't even use engines anymore. They're about 1 inch away from full electric, and they've rule packaged that racing series to the point where it's not even fun to watch anymore. And Doom It, I might try the XFL on its first week. I might give it a watch just to see what it's about. I thought the USFL didn't exist anymore, so I don't know what to tell you there.
People are wasting their time with that. I'll probably watch it for the first week too for a novelty, but I'm guaranteeing I'm not going to like it.
I just
there's all these leagues,
football just doesn't move me anymore.
People get mad. This one guy got really mad at me and came on the show and started yelling at me because I was saying that the USFL was a joke and it wasn't going to last. He goes, "The reason it's not going to last is because of people like you." I'm like, "It's a bad product, dude." Look.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel
you can't create a league that's better than either one of those two leagues. So, in my opinion, it's a bad product. That's just my opinion.
I just don't understand why. Well, Shipes wants to say that BVD attending with a missing leg is greater than me. Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Well, I mean, it's not like he's walking to South Carolina. I don't know what having one leg has to do with it. If he was,
I mean, he's not going to compete, so I guess he'll be a judge or keep track of score. Or
I mean, it doesn't matter how many legs you have if you have a car. That's my point.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Jay. I could leave my house at 8 o'clock in the morning and be at Pete's house in time for dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the issue. The issue is not getting there. The issue is, something got in the way.
Do you ever travel? I mean, I know you can't come to the slobs, but do you ever travel out of state throughout the year? Are you ever in South Carolina for any reason? Any time of the year.
Yeah, well, I've been to South Carolina several times when I was married. We lived in Atlanta, and we would go to Myrtle Beach at least a couple of times a year. And we even took the girls to South Carolina. My older daughter, we took her a couple of times, and with the newborn, we took her once before we moved to Florida. But we loved Myrtle Beach. We went as often as we could when the weather was right for that.
Yeah.
And also, I went once very early in the time that I had my Saleen to Myrtle Beach for Mustang Week, which was a ton of fun. And even in a town filled with Mustangs, my car stood out pretty well. So,
well, if you're ever in South Carolina or in the area, you have an open invitation, my friend, to come and see me. And if you even need a place to stay for a night, hang out, and you stay here.
I appreciate that. I don't know when I'll be able to. I don't have any travel plans for 23, except I'm hoping to go for the first time in, that would be 4 years at that point, to go to the Dragon with the Saleen Club of America.
What is that? The Dragon Con?
It's a road. It's a road that goes through the mountains.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were about to be with Edward at Dragon Con.
No,
hell, what's going on with Saleen here?
Anime? Come on, man. Anime.
I don't even think that's anime. I don't even know what it is. Isn't it just like?
Oh, Dragon Con is not anime. Dragon Con is Dungeons and Dragons and all that.
Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I don't do that. No, I never did Dungeons and Dragons, not one time. No.
You didn't know who Bill Maher was. I bet you Vic doesn't know who or what Dungeons and Dragons is either. That's way before. Hell, that's before Bill
I
Maher.
do know what it is. No, actually,
You
people
do?
are still playing it today. Yeah, it's had
Isn't that what they were
a
playing on Stranger
revival.
Things?
So
You know the show
yeah,
Stranger
it's had
Things?
it's had a
Yeah.
revival.
A renaissance.
It's
Yeah,
had a, yeah.
Renaissance.
Well, I've never played it because we used to make fun of the Dungeons and Dragons people because they were always the people who went through entire high school without getting laid and never had a girlfriend and shit. Like that was the Dungeons and Dragons people. So I stayed away from that shit. It's
That's
like
pretty much the way they were when I was in high school.
it's
No,
like
the dragon is it's
repellent.
actually called Tail of the Dragon. There's a stretch of road that starts in North Carolina and goes into Tennessee. 11 miles long, 318 turns. It's very technical.
Oh, that sounds fun.
If you're a motorcycle guy or you're a sports car guy,
I used to have
go.
a bike. It does sound like a good place to ride a bike.
Yeah, so if people ever run off the road and doing the dragon because they were going too fast and flew off the mountain or
it's happened. Thankfully, the road does, except for the bonsai people, I mean the crazies, the road will keep the speeds lower. So if you slide off the road, there's a good chance you won't go tumbling down the mountain, but it is possible.
So how fast? So how fast do you?
Are you saying that aliens can't drive? Bonsai people. That sounds very bad.
No, the crazies.
I thought you called them rice boys, right?
That's right.
Rice boys and bonsais. Man.
And Chess Hall is here in the chat, and I did promise that when Chess popped up in the chat, I would put his mod back on. So, Chess, you've been modded back up. But no, there are guys on motorcycles that are absolutely nuts, and they will scream down the dragon at ungodly speed. And some of them have ended up planting themselves in the side of the mountain, into a tree, hell, into the grill of an oncoming car. Lou's here. Here it comes.
It says SMH.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lou, Saleen just told me a couple of minutes ago that he won't. The show The Last of Us, the Mushroom Zombie Apocalypse deal, comes on HBO Max. He said he wouldn't watch HBO because Bill Maher was on there.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Hang on. Jay wants to know. Jay has a good question. I don't know. I've been on a lot of roads in North Carolina that go up into the mountains. Hellbender 28, Dragon, a couple of others. You'd have to be more specific.
Okay.
And Rick.
Dragon.
Rick is about. Go away, Rick. Just stop.
Yeah, you're gonna time him out again. Yeah. So anyway, Saleen, can we talk about the State of the Union or?
You're gonna bore Pete to death.
Yeah. So did you watch it or?
Hell no.
No.
Okay. What's scarier, Trump vaccine or Sam Smith? I don't know if you really want me to answer that question.
All right, but did you watch the highlights of it or whatever?
No, I've already seen Weekend at Bernie's. I don't need to watch that.
Okay,
I think Bet's here. I haven't seen Bet in a while.
So you didn't see the.
I did not watch the State of the Union. I did not watch the Grammys. I've seen the video of Sam Smith and his whatever the hell that was. And
I didn't watch the Grammys.
A couple of clips of Puddinhead, and shouting into the microphone and yelling at people.
So did you see the part? So did you see the part where he caused an uproar in the chamber. Yeah, did you see that? Where he talked about something about how
do you mean the
Republicans
clip
were
of
going
him
to
saying that?
let Medicare and Social Security sunset, and then all the Republicans started saying no, that's not
Yeah,
true.
I saw the
Yeah,
clip
and
of
then
that.
Yeah.
and then
Idiotic.
Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, that is bullshit. That is bullshit. Yeah.
I thought that was funny, actually.
You saying that
I,
Marjorie Taylor Greene sounded like Mrs. Pete at a kiddie
she
baseball
was
game?
sitting in a fur coat. Yeah. Yeah, she was
well,
like sitting
it
in a
wasn't
fur
real
coat,
fur
but
anyway.
yeah.
But
Well, not real
I
fur,
like
fake
Marjorie
fur, but
Taylor
yeah.
Greene. She is a great source of
Let me
entertainment.
tell you something. Just I haven't seen any of this or clips or anything. I'll probably check it out now. But these are the people that are running our country. What a shit show! You said a minute
Tell
ago,
me
you
about
haven't
it.
seen Weekend at Bernie's. Well, yeah, if you watched what the State of the Union last night, then you have seen Weekend at Bernie's. It's the same exact show.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I got to answer this.
It's embarrassing.
Well, obviously, it's not me, Jay. I don't own a Mini Cooper. But I know now I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of the road, but the waterfall was called Bridal Falls. And yes, I've been there. It was a great road. It really was. A lot of fun and very scenic if you're stupid enough to be looking at the scenery instead of looking at where you're going. But
Right. Of course, I didn't watch the Grammys, but I think I did see a meme about the Sam Smith thing. But
I think the funny part for me about the
yeah,
Grammys, well, I didn't watch 1 minute of it, but I did read online on a non-political website, believe it or not, that the Grammys actually their ratings from last year to this year ticked up ever so slightly. So this was not by ratings the worst Grammy that there ever was, but it was close. But it was a slight uptick on the ratings. About their ratings though were pretty pathetic. I think Fox outrated them.
I can't remember the last time I saw Grammys.
yeah, and I
It's not for
also
any reason, political or otherwise. It's just because I don't. It doesn't interest. I ain't got no interest in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Grammys, Emmys, Oscars, Tonys, all that. You know
Yeah.
what that is to me?
Yeah,
That's a
this
bunch
is
of
famous people
Hollywood
get
or music
together and
industry or
congratulate each other.
Broadway people getting together, patting themselves on the back and
Exactly.
snorting cocaine.
there you
I
go.
don't know about the cocaine part, but yeah, I mean, the worst is the Oscars, right? That's the worst of the worst.
Now I forgot the Oscars are for movies,
Yeah,
right?
movies.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the
That's right.
Emmys are for TV.
That's
The,
right. So
uh,
so y'all remember at
Chris Rock-
at
that was
last
when
yeah.
that was when Chris Rock got slapped by
Yeah, that
what?
was when Will Smith slapped
Yeah.
Chris Rock last year. Yeah. And they
Yeah.
keep my wife's name out your
I
mouth.
went and saw Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle live a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, and this is they're touring, so that's not material that's already out to the public on Netflix or anything. He completely and absolutely embarrassed and destroyed Will Smith. Chris Rock did. I hope they put that out on TV.
What struck me as weird about that whole Rock Smith thing was Rock delivered his line about what was that movie that Demi Moore was in? G.I. Jane 2. He delivers his line about G.I. Jane 2. Pinkett just kind of rolls her eyeballs and goes, "Oh God." And Smith is next to her laughing. He thought it was funny. And then all of a sudden, the camera cuts, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you see is Smith walking up onto the stage to whack him. It's like, why? It's a throwaway line. I mean, he made fun out of the fact your wife, your wife in name only, doesn't have any hair anymore.
Wow.
Oh, gee, Your wife doesn't have hair because of some medical problem. That's what I call a first world problem. Come on, leave it alone.
That's not even the point. He didn't really say anything that bad, and that's what they do.
I mean, it was a G.I. Jane joke.
That's why.
I mean, he didn't even make a crack about the fact that your wife is stooping somebody 20 years younger than you. Give it, come on, man.
That's why he's mad.
Wow.
That's
Will
exactly
Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
He's like, he ain't mad at me. He's mad at her. But he can't hit her. So he hit me instead. Oh, man. I hope they release that.
Tiger Baskin's in here.
Gentlemen, I did mention that I couldn't stay on for long. I do have to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love you, Saleen. I'm still very, very disappointed that you're not coming to the Slob Olympics.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're not mad at me, but I can appreciate your disappointment.
I'm severely disappointed.
So am I.
All right. See y'all later. See you later, Vic.
Okay, see you, Pete.
Nobody is more disappointed in me missing the Slob Olympics than me. I tried everything I could. I'll say it again for the record. I tried everything I could to change the schedule, move dates around. I couldn't get agreement on moving the date for what's got to happen. And yeah, there it is. There's the video I didn't want to make. Oh, what were we talking about?
Yeah,
Will Smith and Will Smith slapping the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth.
All right. Well, I think that we said everything that needs to be said about that. So, but anyway, so I know you're not gonna watch it, but who you have winning the Super Bowl?
I got to be honest, Vic. I mean, I'm so disconnected from the NFL. Yes, I called it the NFL. I'm so disconnected. I don't know who plays on what team. I know Patrick Mahomes is supposed to be a really, really good quarterback. I know people have been questioning Jalen Hurts ever since he transferred from Alabama to Oklahoma. I know there's a whole mess of Florida Gators playing on both teams. I think there's 4 on one and 3 on the other. I also heard somewhere that there's 2 brothers playing on opposing teams, and their mother doesn't know what to do with herself or some such nonsense.
Okay.
I just
I don't know what to make a pick. I don't even know what the team's record was. Just make a pick. Yeah,
what team had the better record?
They have the same record.
Who has a better defense?
The Eagles.
So I'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles too. Yeah.
I don't know. Joshua George is in here. I haven't seen that name before.
Yeah, Uncle Lou wants to know, why is a birthday party a government secret?
That makes no sense. I don't know what he's talking about.
I guess he thinks that you're going to a birthday party.
No.
And that's why you can't go to the Slav Olympics. Yeah,
No.
That's what he's saying. Okay.
No, that's yeah. Well, Lou, I mean, I do, listen to the radio. I see the news on TV every once in a while. It's not really news. It's more like semi-coherent propaganda. But, I see the sports cast on the news. I hear commentators talk on the radio. So I pick stuff up. But, you've been doubting that I don't watch the No Fun League for years, and nothing's changed. So,
nope.
You can continue to doubt my words, sir. But I would think in this community, the length of time I've been here and trying to be a stand-up guy and all that over the years, I would have built up some credibility with at least some of the people in the audience. But if some of the people in the audience don't wish to believe me,
Right. Well,
okay.
you have some amount of credibility with me, but
Raj, thank you. This statement makes no sense, but I'll put it out.
5 King Kong watches on
Hong
the
Kong.
Eagles. Oh, Hong Kong watches. That's right.
I have no
That
bets on any
Zelos.
football games at all. Well, no, I have one bet on a football schedule, but that's next year. For those of you who don't know, I did make a bet with Sea Dog on the ACC show last week. Sea Dog was on there ranting and raving about nobody would take a bet with him about whether or not Georgia Tech would make a bowl game. You were there, Vic. You were there.
Yeah.
So I took the bet. I said, okay, I'll bet $50. Georgia Tech will not make a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
And if Georgia Tech wins 6 games during the regular season and it's still on, I will come on to the ACC show, or you can come on to my live stream, and I will not only say I was wrong and admit it in public, I will transfer to your PayPal right then and there $50. But when it comes down to the end of the year and Georgia Tech is sitting at home for the holidays, I expect my $50.
Okay. Who's scarier, Motley Crue, Ozzy, or Sam Smith? I'm gonna say Sam Smith. Yeah.
Where'd that go?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Sam
Motley
Smith.
Crue is full of old men by now, and the lead singer needs to go on a diet. Seriously,
that's right. And I mean, Ozzy is
Ozzy's brain dead. I mean, he doesn't know what day of the month it is half the time. Sam Smith doesn't scare me. He's just a mental case to me.
It doesn't really scare me, but if I had to choose who's the scariest, I would have to say Sam Smith. But
no, I would say the scariest person out of all that is probably Tommy Lee, because he's probably the only member of Motley Crue that's still in shape. I don't understand this. Wait a minute. I inspired Tiger Baskins not to watch the No Fun League. Oh, well, okay. I'm happy about that. And Sanchez says, he says Lil Nas X scares the hell out of him. Okay. I don't even know who that is.
Well, yeah, it does scare me too. Yeah, because of his line of shoes. They made like a satanic shoe with Nike. So
what is this with pop stars and Satanism all of a sudden? Where are we going with this?
I don't know.
Oh.
He said to make America great again. It means to Trump.
Okay.
Fans.
Black and gay scares the hell out of MAGA.
No, it's talking about because Lil Nas X is black and
gay.
And gay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know why black and gay would scare the hell out of people who are into MAGA. I assume by MAGA you mean the Make America Great Again crowd.
America Great
But if that's what you want to think of those people,
the Trump fan base. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know who Lil Nas X is. I'd have to look that up, but now I'm afraid to look it up because it'll put me on some kind of watch list or something. So, you know, the various ways that the entertainment crowd entertain themselves and who they're stooping and who they're marrying or not marrying or divorcing or whatever. That has no bearing on my life.
Right. Because it has no bearing on your life, you don't care. So it doesn't
Well, let
matter
me
to
put it this
you.
way. Let me put it this
Do
way.
what they want, right?
I as a libertarian conservative,
Libertarian.
I'm of the belief that, as long as they're not harming anyone else, especially me, do whatever the hell you want.
There you go.
Entertainers do not pass laws. They don't raise taxes. They don't make policy. They don't sit in the halls of power and create acts and laws and things that mess up my life. So therefore, they ain't important to me. The most powerful person in Hollywood is no more important to me than the most powerful ant in an ant colony.
Who is Sam Smith? He's a country singer. Yeah.
Is he a country singer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. If you
A
can
gay
call
country
if
singer.
you can
Okay.
call if you can call modern country country, but
I don't know.
yeah, it's really
I don't know much
it's
about
really
country.
pop country. That's right. It's really
I know that country music
country.
is going through some kind of change right
Country,
now, where you have pop country and country and old country and rap country or country rap or something like that. I don't understand all of it, so no. I like my rock and roll. That's what I like. I'll stick with the rock and roll.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one, Rick. Yeah, Sam Smith and Lil Nas X featuring Ozzy, The Exorcist. Okay. Now BA says he's not a country singer. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he's a pop star. Is it? I don't know. Sam Smith. I never heard of him. Never heard of him. I don't think I want. I saw the clip of him at the Grammys with the red lights and the red top hat with the horns coming out of it, and I said, I've seen enough.
Yeah, seen enough. Apparently, I've heard that there was also someone, a female who was in attendance wore an outfit that was not family appropriate, but I think that always happens, but
Yeah, probably. Well, some people who aren't relevant will push the boundaries to make themselves relevant. Traveling Fools is here. Yo, yo, yo. Good to see you, Traveling Fools.
I guess you're gonna dress like that. You might as well just go to the Grammys naked, but I think we can just leave it at that.
How did Alec Baldwin get into the conversation? Oh, CJ wanted to know what we thought about Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is a fool and a slob, and he will get away with murder.
He's a slob.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Oh, okay.
He will get away with shooting that poor movie set person.
Or you're a murderer, manslaughterer, I guess.
Manslaughter. He will dodge jail. He'll probably be put on probation. And
what about the person who gave him the loaded gun on a movie set?
The armorer is going down. The armorer is going to be the sacrificial lamb of this whole thing.
Right. Well, I'm just saying that kind of that does seem really dangerous to use live bullets while filming a movie, but
Nate, really,
Nate,
does that screen name have to be? Please don't do this to me.
yeah, that's right. Well, we're gonna start. Well, we're gonna start calling him Natalie because he's going to go to the Slav Olympics dressed as a Hooters waitress. So,
Hmm.
so we're gonna start calling him Natalie. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Alec Baldwin's going to see jail. He'll see. He'll get. He'll plead down. He'll pay a huge fine. He'll get a ton of community service. He'll go on probation for a few years. Then he'll get sued in civil court by the family of the lady he shot, and they'll pull a few $1 million out of his old wrinkled ass, and that'll be the end of it. Yeah, Rick, they does come across very subtle.
Oh,
Will's
yeah,
here.
ready.
He's beating his chest about the Bulldogs. Dude, that's so January. Relax. Moving on. Although I guess Georgia is favored to win the Natty next year, or at least be competitive.
Uh-huh.
It looks like is Monken going to stay?
I don't know. We'll see.
I thought he was
I
going to
think we're
head.
gonna I think we're gonna find out next week. But
The local news here had Monken rumored going to Tampa as an OC,
yes,
but
he's rumored to either go to Tampa or Baltimore. But yeah, he has interviewed with both. So
poor guy ends up in Baltimore. Jesus. I hope he has a bulletproof vest.
yeah,
What's that going to do to Georgia?
He ends up in Baltimore right after right when Lamar Jackson goes to the Falcons. But
What is that going to do to Georgia? They're going to lose their OC. That's not going to be pleasant, but I suspect they'll figure it out. Florida needs an OC. Well, Florida needs a lot of things, but they definitely need an OC. Could have used that quarterback, but NIL got him. I think NIL is going to be the death of college football. I really do. Nobody is pushing that panic button except me. Nobody's gonna say that out loud except me because
I'm pushing the panic button. Yeah, I made a video about NIL. So I made a video. So basically, I said that we should not be promising these high school recruits money before they've even enrolled in college, before they've played it down of college football. I mean, basically, using the NIL as a recruiting deal. I think that after you perform on the field, and the money will come.
Well,
That's what NIL is supposed
I
to be.
equate NIL in the college ranks to free agency in the pro ranks. In my opinion, and obviously my opinion it is mine and nobody else's, free agency killed pro sports. And NIL is going to kill college sports in the same way. It's going to take time. It's going to be ugly, but I really think this is going to damage college sports over
Right.
In if not now, maybe in a few years from now.
Right, unless we do something about it, right? Well, like I said,
is here.
the problem that I really had with NIL was it being used in recruiting, promising them millions of dollars to come play for our school. That's the part that I
That's a
don't
good.
like, and that there needs to be regulation on. But yeah,
That's a good question, Pete. So why would anyone in their right mind bring up George Stephanopoulos?
who is
That guy, if that guy is a journalist, then I'm a
who,
neurosurgeon.
who is George Stephanopoulos?
Stephanopoulos, way back in the day, used to work in the Clinton administration. I think he was a press secretary, and
The
he might have
Clinton
been chief of
administration.
staff. He's basically a hardcore Clintonite, and he's been a hardcore Clintonite, forever. And when the Clinton administration left, he was hired by ABC News to do their Nightline show, and then later on their Sunday talk show. He's not a journalist. He's a political hack. The man couldn't be fair and impartial, even if he held a gun to his head.
That's right. Yeah. Uncle Lou makes a good point. He said he thought that wokeness killed the NFL, but
No, he's saying that I said woke was going to kill the NFL, and it probably won't. But free agency has ruined the pro sports, in my
Right.
opinion. I remember, I'm old enough to remember a time before free agency when, you signed a player and he hung around pretty much for his whole career. I can't remember a player that's hung around for his whole career since Dan Marino. Now you got guys that are well past their prime, or off of like Adrian Peterson, or he had that major knee injury, healed up, cleared to play, and shopped himself around and got hired on by another team. I think he ruined his legacy because he was not the player he used to be. Good on him for trying, but he just went to the highest bidder. Emmitt Smith, another one, should have retired a Dallas Cowboy, decided even though he's past his prime to shop himself out and ended his career in mediocrity with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what happens when you
Brett
play.
Favre is another perfect example of that. He shopped himself around to 2 or 3 teams after his time with the Packers. He wrecked his legacy.
That's right. Yeah, if you play for too long, your career is gonna end in mediocrity. So, kind of like what happened.
I just think that there's no loyalty to a team or
You're
your
right.
teammates anymore. It's you go where the money is, and that's capitalism. That's the market. If the market will sustain it, I guess I can't really complain about that. But I think that's created a mercenary mentality out there in pro sports. It's not just football, baseball, basketball, hockey, racing. All sports have gone to this mentality of I'm just going to go where the money is. I have no loyalty to anyone or anything. It's all me. And LeBron James is a perfect example of that. He's chasing championships and dollars. Why not stay in one place and build a dynasty? No, I'm going to leave Cleveland and go to Miami, win a couple of rings, and I'm going back to Cleveland. And now I'm in LA.
Now you're going to go to the Lakers. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, to me, I don't like it. By the way, don't forget to click the thumbs up, guys. Try and get me to 20 thumbs up, please.
Yeah.
I'm at 15 now. I got 27 people in here, which is pretty good. But give me a few more thumbs ups. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So Lou wants to know if you've ever changed jobs.
Only when I either was dismissed from the company, which happened a couple of times, or I had to leave for other reasons, like, let's say I moved. But no, I didn't chase money. Um, money came because I was highly qualified, well educated, and a good worker. But no, I didn't quit one job to chase another. No. Usually, when I left a position, it was because there was a damn good reason. It was usually outside factors.
Yes, like wanting
and
to.
And I know you won't believe me, Lou, but I got no reason to lie to you.
Right. So, like moving back to Florida, you mean?
Yeah, when I moved back to Florida, I obviously had to resign my job at IBM. And then I got a job here, and I worked that job for about 4 or 5 years. Unfortunately, the company restructured and closed all the stores. So lost that job. Got another job. Company went out of business. Unfortunate again. And then, I worked my last set of jobs. That one I quit. That last one I quit because they stopped paying me. So, if they stop paying me, I'm not going to work anymore. So.
Right. Yeah. Why did they stop paying you?
The company was run by a corrupt owner who was skimming money.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then what about your current job?
I work for my folks.
Oh, okay.
So that job I'll have until I don't have folks anymore. I'm pretty much guaranteed that job stays around no matter what. What is Creeping Death talking about here? What is this? What was the big announcement on the Lou morning show on Monday he talked about on Friday? I have no idea. Lou had a morning show on Monday. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Lou could tell you if he wants to, but I don't know. Nepotism. Okay, you can call it nepotism if you want, but plenty of people work for their family. Fake news, Lou. Anyway, I'll let Lou rant and rave about that. So that's fine. I love Lou. He is a never-ending source of entertainment. Iowa athletics equals nepotism.
Yes, because Kirk Ferentz hired his son as his offensive coordinator, and last year Iowa's offense was the worst in the country, and he still won't fire him. So
Steve Spurrier hired one of his kids to coach under him. I think it's South Carolina. Yeah, the guy is qualified. I mean, if your son or daughter is qualified to do the job that you are hiring for, what is wrong with hiring your son or daughter? I got no problem with that. I mean, if I owned a company, and my daughter was qualified to do the job, I'd hire her in a minute. Just don't come in my office and bitch and moan. Save it for later. I don't know where you get that conclusion, Lou, but
yes, but somehow, despite having the worst offense in FBS, Iowa still managed to, or I don't know if it was the worst, but it was one of the worst, they somehow still managed to win 8 games. So
Yeah. And I don't understand Lou's comment about Trumpers hate grown-ups who still live off their parents. Trump's kids work for him, or some of them do. And various times, Trump's kids have worked for him in the Trump enterprises. Why is this a problem? Lou, if your son was qualified to work for you doing a job that you had, you'd hire him, wouldn't you? I don't know. Or your daughter.
team. Let's see.
Well, Iowa, I didn't know that Iowa's OC was the head coach's son. Well, I mean, if he's not qualified to do the job, well, the university will call for his head anyway. So there's that.
Let's see. Total yards. Yep, here we go. So Iowa's offense was second to last in total yards.
In the conference,
yeah, only in all of FBS. Only guess New Mexico had the least total offensive yards. Iowa was second worst. So
now here's something factual. These are the facts, Lou. These are the facts. The workforce participation rate in this country is at one of the worst levels it's ever been at. Forget about the unemployment rate of being 3.5%, 4%. That's a false number.
Okay.
You want to see a better indication of economic health. Don't look at unemployment rates. Look at the workforce participation
rate.
The U6, they call it. That is at one of the worst levels it's ever been at. They're paying people to sit at home, not to work. CJ, I don't think Pizza Woman likes Purdue. I think she's an Ohio State fan.
Well, no. Well, sometimes she likes Purdue, sometimes she hates Purdue. I think that she likes Purdue because of Hogue, but
no, Rick, I'm not too lazy to work.
Yes,
so stop that.
Yes.
Come on, guys. One more thumbs up.
I guess she only hates. I guess she only hates Purdue when they're playing Ohio State. So.
Well, yeah. I mean.
There we go. Uncle Lou brings a good point. So he said, "So are you part of the unparticipation rate or?"
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Simple answer. But there's a lot of people who are. Pizza Woman's agreeing with you. You pretty much summed it up for her. She doesn't hate Purdue unless Purdue is playing Ohio State.
Purdue.
It's like it's like in hockey. My second favorite hockey team is the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't hate the Lightning. I love seeing the Lightning do well. However, when the Lightning play the Boston Bruins, I hate the Lightning.
The Boston Bruins. That's
right. The Bruins are doing surprisingly well this year. I didn't even think they'd make the playoffs this year, and they're vying for the best record in the NHL. I don't think anyone predicted that their goaltending would be that good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go. K-Dog brings up a good point. The non-participation rate for slobs seems to be going up.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Now you're not coming. Let's see. Tiger Baskin's not coming. I think that Neo and Lizard aren't coming. X-Wing is not coming.
And there we go with the crank calls.
I guess they're gonna start calling me next.
Yeah, hang on. Hang on. There. Whatever. Will's in the background. Hang on. Oh, with the New York Rangers.
Right.
Yeah, New York Rangers and New York Jets, but also Atlanta Braves and Atlanta Hawks. So
Okay, baseball and basketball I have no interest for me. But New York Rangers, the Boston Bruins are your daddy
for this season.
I think Hoagie might be onto something here. I think the Bruins might have a good shot at the Cup this year if they stay healthy. What's up, CD?
Hey, I was going to explain my comment. So on the Friday show, morning show, Lou ended it by saying that he had a huge announcement on Monday and that he had something going on Saturday related to the announcement. But I listened to the morning show on Monday, and I think either if he said it, I missed it, or he didn't say it at all. But I was just curious what the major announcement was. But doesn't seem to be anything, earth-shattering. But I don't know. That was all.
The way my schedule is right now, I miss a lot of the morning shows, which I hate because I really love the morning show, and I'd like to have a chance to listen to it more often. But it is what it is. I'm just glad Lou isn't mad at me for not participating like I used to.
No, he's not mad. He's just disappointed.
Yeah. Well, he said, I mean, when I did my video this morning saying that I wasn't going to come to the slobs, he said unacceptable. So I guess that's disappointing. His way of saying disappointing. And it is unacceptable. It is disappointing. And I really am disappointed in myself and my situation, but it is what it is. I did everything I could to try and avoid the disappointment, and I failed. So everyone can be disappointed in me and so on, and that's okay. But if it's in Florida next year, I will make every effort to go, obviously.
I gotcha. Okay, well, I never had anything against the New York Rangers until 2007.
Thrashers,
what happened
right?
in 2007?
Thrashers got swept by the Rangers.
Oh God!
Yeah, you got it.
You and I are probably.
I wondered if you'd be able to guess it without me saying something.
Y'all are some of the few people that probably remember the Atlanta Thrashers.
I mean, I would back then. I would be a Thrashers fan. I would be a Thrashers fan back then, but then they left, and then I root for the Rangers now because I'm New York.
I tried to be an Atlanta Thrashers fan, but I was so pissed off that the existence of the Atlanta Thrashers killed off the Atlanta Knights and drove them up to
who are the
Quebec.
Atlanta Knights? Who are the Atlanta Knights?
Atlanta Knights were a pro hockey team in the International Hockey League, which is one level below the NHL.
I thought the AHL. That was the AHL.
No, the AHL is another league. The IHL doesn't exist anymore, but if you look up the IHL, you will see the Atlanta Knights were there for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
And their second year, they won the Turner Cup, which was the IHL version of the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
And so in '94, Atlanta, who didn't have a championship team up until that point, got their first major sports championship 1 year before the Braves did.
Yeah, but the Braves are really the first one.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
what about the first one's still in Atlanta. So what about the Atlanta Flames?
The Flames went to Calgary back in the 80s.
We just
Yeah,
beat
I know.
Calgary in overtime.
Yeah, I know, cause Slita still follows them even though they're in Calgary now.
No,
Yeah.
no, Hoagie. The ECHL is the AA.
Yeah, ECHL is 2 levels below NHL.
Yeah, it's NHL, AHL, ECHL.
Yeah, the IHL was disbanded a few years ago.
2001.
Yeah, a lot of those
One
teams.
thing that I
the IHL teams, a lot of them went to the ECHL. A few of them transferred over to the AHL, and a few of them just disappeared. But ECHL is actually a lot of fun to watch because the hockey is less polished and a lot more.
What is the
raw.
ECHL?
Okay, all right,
East
Vic. I'll just
Coast-
make it simple. Atlanta
East Coast hockey.
Gladiators. Atlanta Gladiators are an ECHL team. They play in Duluth. They are
Okay, what is
2
what
levels.
does the EC mean?
The East Coast Hockey
Okay.
League.
East Coast Hockey League. Okay.
Yeah,
even
and
though
so
a lot of their teams are now out west too.
so
I mean,
now
they
we
got
need to
teams
call
as
it
far west as Boise.
East and West Coast Hockey League. EAWHL.
No, the
But
EWC. Yeah.
we have a team in the area. It's about an hour, and it's about an hour 15-minute drive from me. The Florida
Tampa Bay?
Everblades.
Oh,
No,
Florida.
Tampa Bay Lightning is NHL.
That's NHL.
But,
oh yeah.
but
I think it's
ECHL
North
has an
Carolina.
affiliate down in Fort Myers called the Florida Everblades. They are the defending
Kelly Cup champions.
Kelly Cup champions.
Dang, they were good. Yeah, I saw them play the Gladiators. They beat the hell out of them. It was like 7-2.
Well, I think one thing that hurt the Thrashers was the fact that there are so many transplants in the Atlanta area. Like I remember going to games and they would play Boston or Buffalo or the Rangers or the Islanders or a lot of the northern teams that the Thrashers would play that were mostly the original 6 teams. A lot of those fans showed up to Thrashers games because a lot of them live in the Atlanta area. It became a big transplant city in the late 90s and early 2000s.
I don't think the Atlanta Thrashers were marketed properly, and then they
weren't. The ownership
Atlanta
never
Spirit.
wanted them.
Atlanta Spirit was
never,
Atlanta Spirit when they took over as owners in 2004 completely ruined the team. Straight up.
They did. I agree.
And
they didn't even want the team. They didn't even want them.
No, all they cared about was the Hawks and the Braves.
Exactly. And Kovalchuk left not long after they took over.
Good. He needed to go somewhere else.
There was a women's hockey league.
No, WHL is a World Hockey
League.
Hockey League. They were a competitor to the NHL for a little
World Hockey League.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't last very long. They basically WHL was the equivalent of the USFL.
Okay.
Yep.
Basically.
It didn't work.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, no, the USFL's back.
I don't watch the USFL though because they don't have an Atlanta team. Yeah, maybe
go to Alabama.
Maybe if they had an Atlanta team, I might
go to
watch,
Birmingham.
But...
Go to Birmingham.
We're not going to get a native Georgian to vote for something.
Come on, Vic, make the travel. Go to Birmingham.
No, I'm not a Gump. So
did the XFL? Did the Rock continue the XFL? Is that still going on this year?
Yeah, it's going to start up the week after the Super Bowl.
And are they gonna? And are they gonna? And do they have an Atlanta team?
Nope.
No, they don't.
No.
They need to put one because Atlanta's got Center Park Stadium that would be perfect for a spring football.
That's a terrible football stadium.
For the league,
it is.
But I'm saying, for a league of their caliber and their size, it would be pretty decent.
Why not just have it in a Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
Because he already had 2 teams there. There's already 2 teams at Mercedes-Benz Stadium: the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United.
Right, but this will be in the spring though, so it won't be.
But the NFL has the rights to Mercedes Stadium, and they're not going to give it up.
Well, they can rent it out, I guess. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
just
rent it out.
I think
it'd be too crowded.
Rent it out. Yeah.
no,
Is Chick-fil-A still the major food vendor in Mercedes
Yeah.
Stadium?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's
It
the
is.
stupidest thing in the world because they can't
Why?
open up on Sundays.
Why is it? Oh,
Exactly.
I think they do.
Thank you.
but they
I think
are
they do
open.
serve
They
on
are
Sundays,
open
don't
on
they?
Sundays on game days. They are, but
There's a
Really?
Chick-fil-A at
They
Truist
actually-
Park.
Chick-fil-A at Truist Park. I'm trying to.
They
think.
will.
Yeah, there is.
Chick-fil-A will actually open on a Sunday at Mercedes Stadium.
yes.
Wow.
Wow. Truett Cathy must be whirling dervish in his grave.
Yes. Why not? I mean, I thought Chick-fil-A started in Atlanta, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, not Atlanta, but the general area. The what they call Dwarf House or Huddle? No, Dwarf House. Yeah.
Hey, Saleen,
Yeah.
have you heard the latest on this quarterback that left Florida because he said the N-word in a rap video? Did you hear what happened to him?
who did?
Is this
Wait a minute.
Rashada?
Yeah.
Who did?
Well, the quarterback that Florida let go.
Oh, yeah,
because he
yeah.
got N-word?
I thought
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought he left because the NIL deal fell.
Yeah,
out.
let's say it's NIL.
No, that was
I-
Rashada.
Then
Yeah,
who's
that was
this?
no.
Jalen
This is
Rashada.
the other one.
He was the Florida quarterback that got kicked off the team for saying the N-word. Yeah.
Yeah, in a rap video. The comment section might remember his name, but anyway, long
don't
story
know.
short, so he ended up signing with the college here in my town. I live in Albany, Georgia, and he signed with the local HBCU college here in town. The head coach for the football team is brand new this year. He just got the job this year, and one of his first priorities, or I guess he thought priority, was to sign this guy to a deal, or to get him a scholarship. Well, as soon as he did it, the college and a lot of the alumni, they went crazy, and the backlash was huge. So much so that the guy dropped his scholarship, and I don't know what happened to him now.
So why did he transfer to an HBCU if he's white?
He was just trying to get a starting job somewhere, and then if the college saw his talent.
He got kicked off of a team. So
Right.
he's white, so that's why he got kicked off of a team for using the N-word. White people aren't allowed to use the N-word, but then he transfers to an HBCU. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it didn't to me either. I mean, I don't think transferred, but he did sign a scholarship with them, and then it was pulled,
Albany.
not long
So
after.
was it the University of Albany or?
No, it's Albany State University, the Rams.
Albany
State.
I mean, I was aware
Albany
of the guy who got kicked off for child porn, and then we lost the recruit because of NIL. Who is this other guy?
He was just some jackleg. Yeah.
I'm
I
at
think
to look up his name. I don't know his name.
I think his name was Jack Leg. Right.
Yeah, I'll just say the funniest thing was that selfie of the Florida player who did the middle finger and said "F this team" in that selfie. That was funny.
Who is that?
You never seen that? What? Oh my God, Vic! How have you not seen that?
What?
Oh.
What? Who is that? Who said "F this"? I'm out. What team was this at?
Florida, the Gators.
Oh, Florida. So he said F. So he said F this shit. I'm out. Okay.
Yeah, well, it was probably somebody that went in.
Yeah, and then what about when Antonio Brown took off his jersey and his pads and threw them into the crowd, right?
Well, who is that?
Khalil Jackson, wide receiver.
Okay.
Oh, because he didn't get any playing time.
And then what about when Antonio Brown took his jersey and stuff off and threw them into the crowd
in front of my team,
and then walked out of MetLife Stadium
in front of my team. Thanks, Antonio.
Yes, I remember that. That's right, Will. Y'all, that's right. The Jets ended AB's career. Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, but that's pro shit. Nobody cares about that.
You don't care.
No, I don't. But
of course you don't care. You don't care. We may.
Well, according to Lou, I'm faking the whole thing. So
You've been boycotting it, and it's gonna be how many years? 14 years now?
no, 8.
8 years? Oh, it'll keep going up. It's just getting worse
It'll keep going up until they stop playing idiot games with themselves.
until they fire Goodell. Or
Well,
until
if they could get rid of Goodell, that would be a step in the right direction. But
That'd be good.
you know what I would like to see is them define what a catch is.
Well, they have.
And be
They have defined what a catch is. They're just not consistent in the in the way they call
and
us
when you're
catch
allowed
men.
to hit people again, that would be
We
nice.
do know.
Yeah. What's this roughing the passer bull crap?
Well, they can still hit people, just not quarterbacks.
Oh, Brady. Oh, thank
They
God
can
Brady's
still
finally-
Well, you
hit,
know what? When
just
you can
not
hit quarterbacks
quarterbacks.
again, give me a call.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
You know, I heard that somebody got kicked out of the game and a 15-yard personal foul thrown out just because he hit the quarterback. The quarterback still had the ball. He hit the quarterback, and then the quarterback fell on his ass, and then the guy who hit him fell on top of him. And that's roughing the passer severe enough to kick him out of the game.
The Jets.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did they really kick him out of the game, or?
Yeah, they kicked him out of the game.
The Jets kicked out not kicked out. The Jets had a pick 6 taken away in a game against the Patriots because John Franklin Myers apparently hit Mac Jones too hard, and that lost us the game.
Was it a blindside block?
No, it was roughing the passer. He just hit it. He hit him too hard. It's like, are you kidding me?
Oh, okay.
See,
I remember that
this is what I call the feminization of the no fun league.
Yes, I remember when Grady Jarrett got called for roughing the passer on Tom Brady. Yeah, when we would have gotten the ball back, but that penalty sealed the game. So
Falcons robbed.
I mean, we were losing the game, so I mean, I don't know that we
were winning,
won or not, but we were robbed. No, we weren't.
I'm talking about us, the Jets, not you guys.
I was talking about.
I'm not
the
a Falcons
Falcons.
fan. I'm not a Falcons fan.
I was talking about the Falcons that we were losing, but yeah.
See, I unfortunately still have the memories of football games where, you know, linemen would rush the passer and hit the quarterback or hit the running back and knock him on his ass. And the quarterback or the running back would bounce right back up again and go to the huddle for the next play. Now they roll around on the ground like somebody hit him, like somebody shot him with a 12 gauge,
or somebody pushed him into a sandbox.
Yeah, and I love this. This pose seems to be. I call it the Oh God, what was that guy's name?
All right, Saleen, let me get out of here, y'all.
The hands up, don't shoot.
Appreciate you having me on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, see you
All
later.
right, thank you, CD.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. You know, they walk around, they run around this whole thing, you know, and they like this.
Yeah.
I didn't hit him.
Yeah.
I didn't hit him. Yes,
Yeah,
you did.
Own
Own it, you bitch.
Yeah, I seen that.
Speaking of commissioners,
and then every receiver, every tight end, every running back that gets somebody brushes up against them, they go like this. I said, "Are you jerking off?
They want the
Or
flag.
what are you doing? Are you jerking off?"
They're saying throw a flag. Yeah. Or I like
You're
it that
jerking
one.
off.
Or what I like is that whenever, you know, Brady gets knocked down and he's always looking around for a flag, and he looks at the ref and he's
flopping like a fish.
WTF? Yeah,
flopping like a fish is what he's doing. Yeah,
this is nonsense. This is nonsense.
Yeah.
The whole game is. Did you see?
Yeah.
I saw a clip on the local news.
Uh-huh.
They were reporting on the Pro Bowl,
Uh-huh.
and the Pro Bowl was a flag football game.
Well,
I know,
and
right?
And some other games. That's right. It was a flag football game and other games.
I mark me. Mark
So
me.
it's like
Clip this video if you
the
want.
NFL
Whoever
one.
wants to do it, clip this video. In 10 years,
the NFL one.
football will either be out of business or flag football. That's where it's going.
Honestly, I wouldn't disagree with. Speaking of commissioners, Saleen, this isn't football, but do you dislike Gary Bettman,
Huh?
Bettman, the
Commissioner
commissioner of
NHL?
the NHL.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a great fan of him.
He sucks.
I think the rule
Okay.
changes
Yeah,
he's
I have
implemented
to go again.
have killed the game.
Yeah, he sucks as commissioner. Every commissioner sucks except for
Facts,
the
yeah,
NBA
facts.
commissioner. The only commissioner that doesn't suck is the NBA commissioner.
No, he sucks too.
Adam Silver, well, that's your opinion, but in my opinion,
Yes.
Goodell, Manfred, and Bettman, all three are terrible.
I think all four of them are terrible, but
Manfred's the worst.
Of the four, the NBA commissioner is probably the least offensive. I'll give you that.
Yeah, the worst out of all four, I think it's Manfred. MLB.
But Bettman, there were two downfalls to the NHL: free agency,
But
more important, but the instigator rule. Exactly correct.
Yeah.
When they passed the instigator rule, they killed hockey.
Definitely.
And did you notice that when they passed the instigator rule, the injury rate went up?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Because there was nobody out there acting as an enforcer. And if I were king for a day in the NHL, I'd get rid of the instigator rule.
Get rid of free
I'd
agency.
I'd probably get rid of the new icing, which took some of the excitement out of the game. And I would mandate smaller pads across the board, especially the shoulder pads, and shrink down the leg pads of the goalies. I mean, they basically are immobile tanks now, the goalies. You watch some of the old stuff, the good old days, I call them, where the pads were smaller and a little bit more risk involved, a little bit more skill involved, in my humble opinion.
Definitely.
Hockey is now about this far away from ice capades. And the thing that really makes me crazy, among other things, but the thing that really irks me in hockey is the pre-planned fights. They're sitting in the face-off. Oh, you want to go? You want to go? I'll go. Let's go. Wait for the puck. Puck drops, then they drop their gloves. What a bunch of contrived bullshit.
It's not like them old days anymore.
I remember bench clearing brawls.
Oh.
I remember when there was so. I mean, it looked almost like the movie Slapshot.
Right. Yeah.
Except there was skill involved.
I'd say that one of the best fights. Remember the Bruins Rangers fight in the stands?
Yep.
Oh my
Terry
God.
O'Reilly went up in the stands and beat somebody half to death with a shoe.
Oh my God.
Some of the best fights were Bruins Canadiens.
Oh hell yeah.
And hell, you had Bruins Canadiens fans in the Boston Garden fighting each other in the stands. Never mind what was going on the ice. They just hate the Montreal Canadiens.
What's going on in the ice is like 500% worse than what's going on in the stands as of like violence and stuff. It's horrid out there.
Hockey just isn't hockey anymore.
No.
It's still, of the four pro sports that you name, the four majors, it's still, to me, the most entertaining.
Definitely.
It's still the fastest game on earth. I mean, it's all that. It's still very entertaining. But it is now a caricature of itself.
I think it's got the best playoffs out of all four major sports playoffs.
Yep, because you got to go through hell to win the Stanley Cup. When you win the Stanley Cup, you had to win 16 games across 4 playoff series to win
16.
the cup.
Well, the Rangers could only.
And you had to go through another team that was just as mad and just as hungry and could skate just as good as you could. There ain't no one and done in the NHL. And sometimes you get to play a 3-period game one night, and then you might go 4 overtimes the next night or the next game.
Yeah,
Hell, you might be up till 2 a.m, before you know who won that game.
Yeah, the Bruins, the Canadians were. I mean, not the Canadians. The Hurricanes were just ready for the Bruins in the playoffs last year. The Canadians were really good. I mean, not Hurricanes. Sorry.
Oh. Boston wasn't that good last year.
No, the Rangers.
They didn't deserve to advance, and their goaltending was horrible. Tuukka Rask was a stiff.
Is Tuukka Rask retired?
Yeah, I think he did.
I was about to say.
The only reason Tuukka Rask has his name on the cup is because of Tim Thomas.
Oh my God. I remember when I know there's one. I'm going to name this person. I know you absolutely hate him. When Sean Avery hit his stick to the head of Tim Thomas and Thomas charged at him. Like literally, he was like, "What'd you just do?" And then he just started a fight during like commercial break.
I remember that.
Sean Avery was.
I remember when Tim Thomas. I forgot which player it was on Vancouver during the finals. Got into his crease one time too often, and he just took that tomahawk stick of his and just cracked him right across the back of the leg.
Oh my God!
And then he hit him with the blocker glove, and then he skates back into his crease and leans up against the crossbar like, what I do? Meanwhile, his entire team is beating the snot out of the Canucks.
Yes, Saleen wants to bring back gladiator fights, but
are you not
I just want to bring back good hockey.
Are you not
and
entertained?
Shipey's, I don't care if you don't like hockey. That's my fucking stream. It's my fucking channel.
Yeah. I like hockey. I'm streaming the Rangers game on Friday.
Let me see it this way. The only reason Queen Jimmy broke Kareem's record is because Jimmy didn't go to college. He's been around forever. And there's more scoring in this version of the National Bitches Association than there was back when they actually played real basketball. So Queen Jimmy didn't deserve the record.
So why are there more there are more points now?
They don't play defense.
They don't play defense.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me? The Hawks don't play defense at all.
You're right.
They don't play defense, and every other shot is a 3-pointer. I'm surprised they haven't created a 4-point shot yet.
Well, you can get a 4-point play. You make a 3-pointer, you get fouled, make a free throw shot.
Yeah, but why don't you paint another line on the court about halfway between midcourt and the 3-point line? Call it a 4-point shot.
Ask Adam Silver. I think that's the only guy to ask.
The NBA is most of the players in today's National Bitches Association, if they had to drive the lane against guys like Parrish or Kareem or Lambier,
oh God,
or that guy from New York, what was his name?
Patrick Ewing,
Pat Ewing, or the guy before him. Some of these really big, bulky monsters.
You mean like Shaq?
Well, Shaq, yeah, too.
Yeah.
Shaq, but I'm thinking of an earlier version of the NBA.
Okay.
Guys like Parrish and Kareem and Lambier and what was that guy with the glasses on the Lakers? What was his
James
name?
Worthy?
No, the other guy. Kurt Rambis.
Oh, I thought you were talking
James
about
Worthy, too. Why not James Worthy? They take their damn full heads off.
There you go.
Queen Jimmy would be on a permanently disabled list if he tried to drive the lane against Kareem. Kareem
That's
take
right.
his head off.
That's right. Well, we
The
need
Celtics
to.
own the Hawks.
I guess if we built a time machine, what we should do is we should bring all those NBA stars from back in the day in their prime and have them play against today's
And
Oh,
they
God.
today's
you take the dream team from 92, the original dream team from the 92 Olympics, and you put them on the floor against any of these National Bitches Association teams, and that team, that NBA's all-star team would wipe the floor with them.
Oh, the Hawks will get killed.
You put them up against Queen Jimmy or
And
that idiot with the
Steph
beard,
Cur- and
Steph Curry, Trae Young.
Steph Curry, yeah,
Trae
Steph Curry,
Young.
yeah.
Steph Curry would get his head not caved in.
Trae Young would get crushed.
Yeah,
Lambeer would take him apart, or who is the guy who married himself with all the shit in his face and everything?
Oh, you're talking about Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, Rodman would be out there slaying fools and killing people. He'd be taking names.
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen would tear him apart. One of the best underrated assist guys in the NBA back in that time.
And then save the best for last. Save the best for last. You bring out MJ.
Yeah.
Larry Bird would trash talk the. Larry Bird was the king of trash talk.
Oh,
he
yeah.
would have had half the NBA, the current NBA, crying and curled up in a little ball on the sideline because Larry Bird would hurt their feelings. They'd be all up in their feelings. And Larry Bird would take them apart before he even got on the court.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw there's a video on YouTube. If I can find the link, I'll try and post it up at some point in a stream or something. There was a couple of old time NBA players talking about Larry Bird would kill anybody in this current league. He would just take them apart.
Absolutely.
P Digits is here. Good to see him. He always comes in right when I'm about to leave. Because I'm going to have to go here in a couple of minutes. This NBA is full of old women and children. The good old days of the NBA, the 70s, 80s, 90s NBA, the players in the current NBA wouldn't last. You know, they're too worried about load management and they stub their toe and have to be carried off the court in agony.
Getting paid.
Which one of them is going to hook up with the cheerleader with the big tits?
Oh, and then you lay a fingertip on somebody and you get a foul.
Yeah, they played defense back then. You drove the lane against some of the better teams in the NBA back then. You took your life in your hands.
I used to play basketball. It was
Dominique on the Hawks. Dominique could drive the lane and score.
Oh, Dominique would throw down a windmill dunk. Oh, Dominique Wilkins. He's now one of our commentators.
Hey, no worries, P Digits. I'm just kidding with you.
I mean, I do love watching the Hawks all the time, but I mean, yeah, I will say the NBA has changed so much over the years. It's true.
Okay, yeah, my mistake, Pizza Woman. Dancers, not cheerleaders. But the thought is the same. Which one's going to hook up with which one?
Yeah.
Just saying. The today's NBA is soft, weak, load management. I'm going to sit on the bench and pout bullshit.
All right, Saleen,
unwatchable.
What's the worst out of the three sports you hate? The MLB, the NFL, or the NBA?
Which one do you hate the most?
Well, I never really liked baseball very much. It's too slow. It's too pastoral for me. And I used to love pro football and I love pro basketball. I watched them all the time, and it hurts with all the rule changes have ruined the game for me. I can't. It's unwatchable in my opinion. These are all my opinions and nobody else's. They're unwatchable, but and they've taken away. I feel like the two leagues have taken away from me. But if I had to pick which one I hated more, I mean, that's like trying to pick which one do I hate more, botulism or amoebic dysentery. I mean,
Which one?
I'm going to pick the NBA.
I can understand that.
The NBA has just gone so far over the edge with the woke nonsense and the hands up, don't shoot nonsense and the worshiping of all things China nonsense. I mean, if somebody held a gun in my head and said, next year, you're going to watch either the NFL or the NBA, you have no choice in the matter, I'll pick the NBA. I'll pick the NHL. I'll pick the NFL every time.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay.
All right. You'd be a Patriots fan.
Or would you?
No.
Or would you be a Bucks fan?
I don't know
Be a
what
Tampa Bay. Would you be a Tampa Bay fan? Yeah.
I don't know who I'd be a fan of.
Miami?
No. Probably.
I'd probably go back to the
Tampa Bay,
Patriots
though.
because I was a Patriots fan when I left the NFL.
Well, the Patriots don't have Brady anymore, so they're
Well,
not.
nobody does.
They're not as good as they used to be. So
I wonder if
No,
they're not as-
I mean,
they're not
Tampa
as
Bay
good
had
as they
Brady
were
for
when you
3
were
years, and I
watching
wasn't a
them.
Tampa Bay fan.
traveling. I wonder if traveling is a
I mean-
Miami Dolphins fan.
Traveling fools. Why? I don't know.
He's probably a
Yeah.
Dolphins fan.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And in NASCAR, who asked about NASCAR?
P
That
Ditters. P
P.
Ditters.
Ditters.
Yeah.
NASCAR hasn't been completely ruined yet, but they are certainly on their way.
Well, all they do,
that
all they,
trash
all
they
they
put
do
on.
is well, I mean, I've never been into NASCAR. It's always been boring to me.
It's boring.
That trash they put on
Yeah,
at the LA
watching
Coliseum
cars,
this past weekend was
drive around in a circle. Yeah.
unwatchable. Well,
It's
there
just
are
as-
road courses.
It's just as boring as watching a golf tournament.
No, not to me. Well, I've been watching car racing for a very, very long time. I understand the subtleties and
Yeah, I know that video is there's like a video clip that
Yep.
Pete sometimes plays and about that what's the name Randy the plumber, and he like shows this video of him really getting into this NASCAR race. Yeah.
Well, he is
well,
a
there's
Dolphins
your
fan.
answer. Traveling
He-
Fools is a Dolphin fan.
He's a Miami Dolphins
And I
fan.
didn't know.
A team that I absolutely hate.
Yes, and I didn't know that anyone could get so passionate about NASCAR.
No,
but
I
I don't
don't.
know if you actually go to a
Randy
car
the
race.
plumber.
Going to a car race is actually it to me it's a must do once in your lifetime. You should go to a even if it's just a local short track. The sounds, the smells, the banging, the banging into each other, it's a visceral event that's like nothing else.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
I'll go to the Atlanta Motor
one
Speedway.
Atlanta-
I'll go to the
Atlanta
Atlanta
Motor-
Motors.
Yeah,
I'll go to the Atlanta
Motor
Motor Speed.
Speedway,
I'm
there you
talking
go.
over you.
yeah, either go to Atlanta Motor Speedway or go to Road Atlanta.
I'll just go to Atlanta Motor Speedway and watch that tournament. Like,
Actually,
all right, I did it.
I think you'd have more fun. Well, I don't know Atlanta Speedway, but if you got to go to like Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta, if you like road racing and racing with twists and turns, but you can't see the whole track at once. Whereas at Road Atlanta, AMS you can.
I mean, the best racing tournament, racing tournament is the Daytona 500. I mean, that's not debatable.
Well, that's coming up very shortly.
Oh, it is. Oh, I thought the Daytona 500 was like end of the season.
No, it's the beginning of the season.
Really? That sounds like
Daytona 500 always kicks off the season.
Really? Daytona 500 seems like an end of season thing.
No,
I don't know.
no. It kicks it off.
What
Bristol.
end?
P. Digits is right. Bristol is a fantastic racetrack.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Kyle Busch owns Bristol.
the battle.
No,
out
it's
of
not
this
the
thing.
Indianapolis 500. It's the
Yeah.
Daytona 500.
No, the
Indiana-
Indy 500 is an IndyCar, not NASCAR. That's a
Yeah, that's not
different-
NASCAR.
IndyCar, yeah.
Anyway, I gotta wrap up, guys. I gotta go. It's
Yeah.
after 5, and I got to get dinner ready.
Yeah.
And I know somebody goes live at 6. Isn't that you, Vic?
No, that's Friday.
No, that's
it's
on
Friday,
Fridays, but yeah.
Friday.
Well, somebody goes live at 6. But anyway, I gotta go because I gotta go get dinner ready.
I don't think anybody's going live.
Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I
Of
appreciate
course.
it. Don't forget to click the thumbs up on your way out, folks.
Yeah, if you haven't done so already.
Yeah,
If you haven't done so already. If you have done so
let's
already.
see if I've done it. Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I've done it. So.
Yeah, I've done it.
I know Will did it because Will is a good man.
Thank you, Saleen. Thank you, Saleen.
Anyway, I'll let you guys drop off and then I'll wrap
All
up and
right.
then I'll get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Go Dogs, Vic.
Oh, don't start.
Yeah, go Dogs, Will.
Don't start with the go Dogs. Yeah,
No, dude. You'll beat us in basketball again. Don't worry.
Maybe.
basketball. Who cares about that shit?
Maybe.
College.
I don't care about college.
Yeah, because I
basketball.
know that we got but we got y'all's coach, so
that
quite.
that didn't do you no favors. Trust me.
No, he's
well
done.
he's
done
he's
the team
doing
better.
us a lot of favors.
He's actually doing.
Well, you were the worst
good
team in
for
the SEC last year. You can't go anywhere but up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all later.
Y'all take care.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by for another Wednesday afternoon live, episode 122 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, your boy SaleenDriver, hosting the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. The show about nothing in particular. I appreciate y'all being here, of course. We'll do it again next week, I hope. Again, sorry about the announcement about the Slav Olympics. It is what it is. Don't forget to click the thumbs up on the way out if you haven't already done so. It does help the channel, and I do appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of the week. We'll see you soon.